All right, so I just finished recording this video and had to delete it because I was interrupted. But anyways, I'm gonna start over. I finally got a chance to watch October Faction. It stars Tamara something. She was like the boss in Bones, if you've ever seen that, and this old ass white guy that plays her husband, called Fred. He looks to be about 70 years old, while she looks a good 40 something. So that whole chemistry type vibe kind of threw me off. So I couldn't connect with the two characters and their care or love for each other. So that right away just kind of put me in a, ugh, I have to put up with this fakeness for hours and hours. But anywho, basically Dolores, which is the wife, and Fred, which is the husband, they are part of a secret society that hunt and kill monsters. And they have these twins, a boy and a girl. The girl has some kind of psychic abilities, and the boy also, he sees like dead people and stuff. So in the beginning, they come back to this town, this very tiny town, where Fred's family is big shit. Like they have all the money. And the premise that the dad passed away, and they're going there to settle his business and stuff. So they have this wake or this funeral or whatever, the party after a funeral, and you know, this is before the twins found out they have powers. So the brother says, okay, my sister's great at seances, let's do it. So all the kids gather around, she does it. She performs her seance, and everybody's nose starts bleeding, she starts levitating, and then we see someone, breaking loose and rising up out of the water. So right away, you know that she's related to whomever came out of the water, because she did say blood of my blood, or blood, something with blood, so they're blood related. um what else? Yeah, so now they're freaks, because they're like, well, damn, what did you do, and how did you do it to make you know all our noses bleed and stuff? So now, I don't know if I mentioned it, the boy is gay, and his old agenda is getting this other guy to come out as gay, and he's just asshole. Like, these two kids are like pure D assholes. And like, if I don't know, only in movies or only in shows do you see kids, like I was saying, only in movies do you see kids disrespect their parents, and their parents let them get away with it. Like, they try so hard, and let me tell you, if it was a black home, they would have got their asses beat. But anywho, I digress. So we know that the parents keep it a secret that from the kids, that, oh, what they do. So they think their parents are insurance salespeople, which you have to be pretty dumb to think that your parents get to live in Oslo in Japan and move all around just from selling freaking insurance, no matter how young. And here's one thing that bugged me: their timeline is so jacked up. Like, they don't, it's clear, they tell us, okay, well, we've been married for 25 years, but it showed them in, like, I think 1989, when they were getting married. And then if you do the time from then till now, that's well over 30 years. So I'm like, how the fuck are you married 25 years, but you're showing me 1989 and you've been married? And then the kids are supposed to be, how old are they supposed to be? 16, I believe. But then it showed them in 2000. That means in no, it showed them in 2005, I believe, and they look to be around 8 or 9 years old. And it's supposed to be present day, 2020. So from 2005 to 20, that's 15 years. And if your kid looks like he's 8 years old and talking and doing all this stuff, then that means, what is that, 15 plus 8? They should be like 23. So that whole time frame thing right there, is like, okay, well, they didn't think this out well enough. They keep jumping back in time and showing dates, but the people don't match up with the dates. And yeah, that was one thing that irked me, because I'm like, well, how the hell is it 2020? Your kids are 15, but you flash back to 2005 or 2007, and they look to be like 8 or 9 years old. And then you're married for 25 years, but you're showing us you getting married over 30 years ago. So anyways, there's the person that rose up out of the water. Sorry about the, whatever. She turns out to be a warlock, and she's powerful, uber powerful. And their whole thing during the whole show is stopping her because she's just too powerful. And it turns out, when you get her full backstory, the warlock's backstory, it shows an agent befriending her, and she was using her to show her this little secret society in which all the warlocks live, so they can take him out. And then you see that she was pregnant. So when they attacked and started killing all the warlocks, she gives birth, and she has a set of twins. So in earlier episodes, you find out that the mother, Dolores, couldn't have kids because she was attacked by a monster and left her, barren. So she couldn't have kids on her own. So for the first 5 or 6 episodes, we think that the kids were adopted, or the kids were, surrogate and stuff like that. But closer to the end, you find out that they took the kids. I don't know. They said to save them, but I think she was just being selfish, and she just wanted her some kids. But then when they showed it, the guy was about to kill them kids. So it was either take the kids or let them, die. Anyway, so the warlock's whole plan is to gather a bunch of people around and put the souls back of all the dead warlocks in those. And she succeeds, but all of them were like, this isn't how we're supposed to do it. This is cheating. We're taking these kids' lives, and in order to have our own. So that was foiled, and she ends up dying. Fred ends up dying, which his character was just so bland and saltine, and has zero flavor. He was just there just to be there. Like, they didn't give him enough depth. I think Dolores basically carried the whole show. She showed the most emotion. She showed the most plan, the most, she was kick-ass. And he was just there, like her old dad, or just looming over her. Yeah, he dies in the end, which that wasn't a sad loss. It was like, oh, he died, okay. When shows when shows aren't that great, you're like, oh, okay. It's not like you don't feel the loss, like how when it's something like you really like, you really enjoy watching. This show is just like, yeah, it was something to occupy my time. I wish I hadn't stayed up for hours. I stayed up till like 1 o'clock one night watching up until episode 6, and I'm like, that was a mistake. This show is not even that great. Like, out of a 5, I would probably give it a 1, because I do like the originality of the concept of the plot of the show. Like, the idea was a great idea, but I don't want to say originality, because we've had shows like this before. It's just that we don't have too much of them to where it gets old before the show starts. So there's still a little original in my mind. So I like the originality of the story. It's just, it was not well executed. Whoever was supposed to sit there and nitpick and make sure all the time frames add up and the chemistry was good, and that they found a guy that looks like he might be in the same age range as the leading star, and they were supposed to be the same age. Like, I don't get, how can you, maybe he's the same age, but he looks old as shit. Like, he's all gray. He has his little hanging turkey gobble thing down here. So there's no way in hell. And even his mother looks younger than him. The lady that plays his mother looks younger than him. So basically, that's it. Like, would I recommend it? Meh. Am I hoping for a season 2? No, because it wasn't even that great. It could have been. Like, I saw it advertising for days. I saw it advertising before I watched Sabrina, and I was like, ugh. But then, when you land on it, Netflix starts playing some of it now. So I seen it, I was like, oh, okay, this looks pretty good. So I watched it, and then I was like, oh, disappointing. So yeah, that's it. Like, this show was not great. Did it kill time? Yes, but I was bored watching it. So do I recommend it? Probably not. If you have time to kill, if you like that type of stuff, I mean, yeah. Would I watch it again? Hell no. Would I watch a season 2? Yeah, maybe, to see how the story progresses, but I'm about 99.9% sure there will not be a season 2, based off of where it ended and based off of how crappy it was. If they can cancel freaking OA, then this show will never get a season 2. But you know how Netflix is. Netflix is stupid and they make dumb decisions. But anywho, that's it. That is my take on the stupid October faction.